All right, good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a check of your forecast. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. We had a beautiful sunrise here in the Texas Panhandle, especially up towards Dalhart, where you have some of the stratus clouds starting to move into the region. Again, those clouds behind our camera in Channing. We're looking off towards the south and east in the direction of Amarillo. Right now, a lot of clear skies overhead, but that will change as we run into the afternoon. Our next storm system will fastly approach, and that's going to bring in a chance for some rain later this afternoon. Here's your temperatures right now. We are in the 20s and 30s across the board, 28 here in the Yellow City, and our winds are light and variable, under 15 miles per hour, so it's kind of a quiet and cold morning out there, but we will start to warm up for most of the area. The high temperatures today going to range from the 30s and 40s to the mid 60s. Just depends on which side of the high plains you're on. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Here's your radar and water vapor imagery. You can see that next weather maker currently spinning over southeast Arizona. Bringing in some snow showers up there in the mountainous terrain in Arizona and New Mexico. Looks like El Paso could be on deck for some rain and snow, probably mostly snow here in the near future. That system is going to continue to track east. It's going to be a very what we call progressive system. Even though it's a closed upper level low, it's going to have a lot of west to east motion with it today. So it does not hang around for very long. That may limit how much moisture we could inevitably see for those that do get lucky and see the rain showers today. Hey, Shelly, thanks for tuning in this morning. Here's your winter weather advisory. Again, we are dealing with probably a winter mix in some spots in the northwest today and this morning. It will be mostly snow in Union County, and you could see as much as 1 to 3 inches of accumulation up there. Now, once you get into the Texas Panhandle, temperatures start to warm, the elevation starts to get lower, and so then we'll start to see just more of a winter mix. Snow may continue to fall, but temperatures will be above freezing, so you'll see it melt about as fast as it can accumulate. So while a brief dusting may be possible, we really don't anticipate any travel issues. A lot of this that comes through today will probably fall in the form of just a very cold rain with maybe some snowflakes mixed in. That's one of the big issues we always have in this region is temperatures are very marginal, and so sometimes it may come down to just an elevation difference of about 300 or 400 feet, and you go from seeing snow to rain during our winter and early spring months. But here's your dog walk forecast for today. This is for Amarillo. We'll climb to 60 degrees for the high temperature today, but the temperatures will continue to get colder the further northwest you go. This is lunchtime on our computer model. You can see we're at 60 in the Yellow City, 62 in Clarendon, but 42 in Clayton, and then 43 in Boise City. That upper level low continues to track to the south and east. We end up seeing scattered rain activity as early as 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. I want to emphasize it'll be scattered. It won't be widespread. So some of us are going to miss the moisture in the further northeast you are. I think that'll be kind of the areas that miss out on this event. Once this low kicks into some very low elevations, it'll actually set off some severe storms along this cold front later this afternoon and evening along I-35 and then up into the northeast side of Texas. But we're just dealing with generic showers and thunderstorms. You can see by 9 p.m. we've got kind of that wraparound moisture, just maybe a weak thunderstorm embedded in there, moving through the southeast Panhandle. That's where we'll have the highest totals for moisture today. They could see a quarter to a half inch of moisture down there towards Childress and Paducah. Wish the rest of us could get that much moisture, but we'll have to wait until our next significant system comes through for that to come to fruition. Won't rule it out. We'll probably have a few spots where we get a brief thunderstorm today, get to that quarter inch, do your rain dance, wash your car. That may help you get there. Probably won't, but some of us are superstitious like that. 29 for your low tomorrow morning. We'll be down, or rather up into the 60s tomorrow afternoon. So a pretty seasonal day on Friday. Winds generally light once they start to calm down behind that cold front. The front tonight will bring in some gusty winds for a while. We actually could see gusts up to 45 miles per hour, but we'll call that a typical day here in the Texas Panhandle. So rain chances for today, again, it's not a guarantee, but we're looking at around 30 to 60% for most of us. Again, the further northeast you go, I think the less likely you're going to see any accumulating precipitation like Perryton, Beaver, Lipscomb, Canadian. You guys could miss the moisture today. I'm not going to rule out some showers in the area, but they should be very, very isolated up there and should also be fairly isolated from Tucumcari to Portales. So while you guys could also see maybe a sporadic shower, probably going to stay dry for today. Here's your next weather maker. Again, it's on the title. Arctic air going to spill south. Now, we're in March. I do want to emphasize that too. So Arctic area is a relative term. This won't be like what we had in December where we stay below freezing for several days and we end up seeing wind chills down well into the negatives or even the actual air temperature in the negatives. Again, we're moving into spring. So temperatures are in general on the rise. But when we had that stratospheric warming event in mid-February, usually 3 to sometimes 5 or 6 weeks later, we can get, a cold air displacement, and all of that makes its way to the surface, and there's only barbed wire fences between us and Canada, so this cold air is going to race south fairly quickly as we move into the second half of next week. The big uncertainties at this point, the questions we're trying to figure out are the exact timing of when that Arctic air arrives, the magnitude of it, are we going to get above freezing in the afternoons, which looks like it probably will happen, but getting past 40 degrees may be a struggle. We're talking about probably a 20-degree drop in temperatures compared to the normal. So our average high is 60. We could be dealing with highs around 40 in the afternoons late next week. So it will be a frigid finish, or rather a frigid portion for mid-March. And then whether or not we're going to see some moisture in that time frame is another question that we've got to get answered. Again, that's always a big question. It's always an uncertainty this far out in advance. I mean, let alone it's a big uncertainty 24 hours in advance for us because we're next to the mountains, let alone 7 or 8 days out. So that is something we'll have to keep our eye on. We do know that colder than normal temperatures are on the way, and probably well below normal temperatures for at least a couple of days, if not several days. So the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook plays out like this. Our normal high late next week is 62 degrees for Amarillo. Good chance we'll be well below that. Average low is 33 degrees. So we're probably going to be dealing predominantly around the freezing point, for some most of the time. We'll at least be below freezing for a good chunk of that time frame. It may not be for an extended period, but for a majority of the days, we could see temperatures below freezing. So if some moisture does come to fruition, we may have a better chance for that to bring in some winter weather, unlike the one that we have today, whereas our high is 60 this afternoon. And again, we will only fall to about 35, 36 degrees when that precipitation rolls through. So temperatures are going to be kind of marginally too warm for any accumulation. But Climate Prediction Center does give us a 1 in 3 chance at being above normal in that time frame. If we get a favorable setup, not going to rule out some winter weather in the same time frame, but that is something that's just kind of too far out to really pinpoint at this point in time. For all we know, it could be in Nebraska rather than here in the Panhandles, and that has a lot to do with just the track of our next upper level lows whenever they come through. You need to be relatively close to those good dynamics to support some kind of precipitation. So cold air, a lot easier to forecast than active precipitation. Here's your highs for today: 60 in Amarillo, 60 down in Tulia, 56 for Dimmitt, and 43 for your high in Boise City and Clayton today. So a little cold up there. Lows will tumble into the 20s and teens tonight, and then we've got highs mostly seasonal in the 50s and 60s tomorrow afternoon. Winds generally light, under 20 miles an hour. And then for your Saturday morning, we'll be right around the freezing point in Amarillo, 20s north of the Canadian River. And then for the 7-day tracker, you can see we've got Spring of Deception on the way Sunday and Monday. It's going to be really nice and warm in the afternoons, 75, 77 degrees for Sunday and Monday. And then here comes the first of what will probably be at least a few cold fronts in that time frame. So we go from 77 for a high on Monday to 63. That step down process just continues going through the rest of the week. We've got you at 55 for a high on Wednesday, and looking at your day 8, you got a high of 47. And then by Friday of next week, most of our models, at least the Euro and the Canadian, are hinting at a high in the 30s. So it's a step down process next week. Don't expect it to warm up as you get further into the week for mid-March, because that whole time frame we could probably deal with 8 to 10 or 12 days where temperatures generally are below normal, and a few of those days could be significantly below the average high temperature. So just make sure you're staying weather aware with us here at Storm Surge 7. That's all I got for you guys this morning. Have a great day. We're going to talk some more rain chances hopefully this afternoon. We're around 11:30 just before your lunch break, so we'll stop. So make sure you stop by for that as well.